Yeah, Zoe, what was fun about today? Oh, you got gifts. You got presents. Did anybody get sweets today? Yeah, some of you got some sweets. Is that something you get really excited about? What do you do when you get really excited? How do you react? Do you just do this? Or do you go, yay? Does anybody celebrate like that? Everybody cheer for me. Say yay! Excellent. So I'm going to need you to do some cheering today during our story, because today is a very special day. And it is not just special because we get gifts and chocolate and have family and friends. It's a very special story that I need you guys to help me tell them out there. Can you help me? Yeah. I need you to help me, so it'll be really fun for everybody, okay? And what I'm going to need you to do is, when you are happy, how do you react? Can you show me how you act when you're happy? Everybody just do it. How do you act when you're happy? Smile, yay. Do a little jumping up and down, yeah? All right. What about when you're sad? How do you react? Wow. Oh, that was a good one. Everybody cry for me. Wow. Oh, yeah, good. What about if you're surprised? Do you gasp like that? Do it really big. Show me some body language as well. Can you use your hands? Put your hands on your face like, ready? I'm going to do it. I want to see your biggest, most surprised face and body language when I get to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Excellent. Excellent. Now, the worst part is your parents are missing all this. That's really great, you guys. Okay, so let me spread this out, and I'm going to show you how you can help me. Let's see. I'll put that in there, and that right there like that. Okay, let me pull out a couple more things. So I'm going to need all of you to help. When you see this sign that says cheer, what are you going to do? Oh, a little bit louder than that. Ready? Good. All right. And when you see this one, it says surprise. Excellent. That's great. When you see this one, cry. Good. Well done. Okay. And then this one, we haven't practiced yet. This one, we're going to stay seated, but we're going to make the sound of running with our hands. So you can slap the floor, slap your legs. Excellent. And then when I do this, it means stop. Everybody's silent. Well done. Good job. So if you see this, what do you do? We need to practice the stopping a little bit. Okay. Let's see. I think that's all. Now I need a couple other volunteers. So Lily Manning, is Lily Manning? Lily Manning, would you come be a volunteer up here for me to read? Will you be okay to read in front of everybody? Would that be okay? Yeah? All right. So Lily, you're going to be Mary. Here we go. And then I need 2 other volunteers to be the other women. Yes, back there. Annie, or Lily, and what's your name? Isabella. Annie. So sorry, it's hard with twins. All right, so Annie and Isabella, come on down. You're going to be the other women who are here with Mary. Okay, so Annie, you can put this scarf on. And Isabel or Isabella? Isabella, yeah, you can put that scarf on. Okay, now I need a couple guys. I need someone to be Simon Peter and someone to be John. Couple guys. Ellis, do you want to do it? You didn't raise your hand. All right, Noah, come on up, Noah. You can put this scarf on, and then I need you to take a seat again, and they're going to tell you when to come up. Okay? You're going to be... Can I get somebody else? Oh, Sahan, do you want to volunteer for me? No? Anthony, would you volunteer for me? Sure? Okay. You'll be John. Okay, so you can put that on. And then I need, let's see, 2 angels. Ooh, I had Lily and Zoe first. Sorry, guys. Okay, so you can sit down, and I'll tell you when to come up. All right. And Nabore, we've already talked about your role, so you can wrap that around you. Okay. Now, let's see. We want to make sure that there's enough room to... That's okay. You are going to help me whenever you see this sign. What are you going to do? And excellent. That was great job, guys. And when you see this one, cheer. What do you do? Come on, guys. Ready? So when I show you this? Excellent. Great. And cry. Okay, little bit louder, and then surprise. Excellent, great. Okay, so now I'm going to start reading the story. Well, actually, I'm going to tell you a few things, and then as I read the story, I'm going to need you guys to act it out, and I will give you a little bit of direction as we go along. Okay? All right. Who are my 2 angels? I've got Lily and Zoe. Okay, let's get started. So, when Jesus lived on earth, he did a lot of things worth celebrating. He healed sick people. And I've covered up my script now. And he fed huge crowds. And Jesus showed love to people who seemed unlovable. Do a really loud one. Yay! Excellent. But not everybody celebrated Jesus. There were people who didn't like Jesus. So they put him to death on the cross. Like what we see over here. Cry. Can you do that? Yeah, it was very sad. It was a very sad day. And that is where our story begins. Jesus had just died on the cross a few days earlier. After he died, he was buried in a tomb. So here we have the tomb. Okay, his family and friends were very sad. Yeah. All right. They missed him very much. Early on Saturday morning, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene and some other women went to the tomb. So can you walk a little bit to the tomb? Walk a little bit. And you saw that the tomb had been rolled away. That's right. And there was something even more astonishing. The body of Jesus was not in the tomb. Big surprise, yes. All right, so Mary came running to tell the disciples. Everybody? And? Excellent. And Isabella and Annie can sit down. You can sit down now. And the disciples, can you go ahead and stand up? All right? Mary spoke with 2 of them named Simon, Peter, and John. So that's Noah and Anthony. Yes. And here is what Mary said. Mary, can you read this out loud for everybody?
They have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we don't know where they have put him.
Excellent. Thank you. So then what happened? Come on, guys. Really big. Excellent. All right. So she spoke to them and she told them that. And Simon, Peter, and John head towards the empty tomb. So Noah and Anthony, make your way towards the empty tomb. And Noah, be careful. Don't trip on your on your garment. All right. Okay. So they made their way to the empty tomb. And Simon, Peter, and John started for the tomb, and both were running. Okay? But John, that's you, Anthony, outran Simon Peter and reached the tomb first. He looked in, but he didn't go inside. So look in there. So he bent over and he looked in at the strips of linen lying there, but he did not go in. Then Simon Peter, that's you, okay, came along behind him and went straight inside the tomb. Can you go in the tomb? And he saw the strips of linen lying there. Can you pick up the pieces of cloth that are laying there? Pick them up. Is there anything inside? No. And he saw the cloth that had been wrapped around Jesus' head, and the cloth was still lying in its place, separate from the linen. Now finally, John, who had reached the tomb first, also went inside. You can do your best, Anthony. We'll see. Okay. He saw and he believed. Excellent. All right. So then what happened? But they still did not understand from Scripture that Jesus had to rise from the dead. So Simon, Peter, and John, go back to where you started from, or just come back out here and take a seat now. Thank you very much. So the disciples went back to where they were staying, and Mary returned to the empty tomb. So now Mary stood outside of the tomb crying. What do you think you're going to do? Come on, everybody, help me out. Yeah, she was crying. And then 2 angels appeared at the tomb. So my 2 angels, I need one of you to stand on this side and one of you to stand on this side. Okay? And they were dressed in white. Great. Okay? And here's what happened. So Mary stood outside. As she wept, she bent over to look in the tomb and saw 2 angels in white seated where Jesus' body had been, one at the head and the other at the foot. Oh, yeah. We got to do this one. What do you think she did when she saw the angels? Big one. All right. And here is what the angels said to her. So angels, can you guys read this out loud?
Can't read English.
All right. Annie, can you do it for me? I'll tell you.
Woman, why are you crying?
Woman, why are you crying? All right. You 2 angels, you can have a seat right where you are. Just sit down right there next to the tomb. And here's what Mary said. Mary, you can hold the mic.
They have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we don't know where they put him.
Thank you. And how was Mary feeling? Good. You're losing a little bit of your enthusiasm. Okay. All right. So they said, "Woman, why are you crying?" And she said, "They took my Lord away," and she was very sad. At this, Jesus, can you go ahead and stand up? Angels, you go ahead and take a seat again. Mary, stand up. And Jesus appeared next to her. At this, Mary turned around. So turn and face Mary. Mary turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not yet realize that it was Jesus. She thought perhaps the man was a gardener. Now let's see. What do you think Jesus said? Here's what Jesus said.
Woman, why are you crying? Who is it you are looking for?
Who are you looking for? Right. Okay. So Mary said, here's Mary's line.
Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will get him.
Because Mary was still missing her friend, Jesus, right? And then Jesus said something, and this is what he said.
Mary,
Can you look at Mary and say it loud?
Mary.
And then everybody, here's the response. And here's Mary's line right here. First word.
Rabboni, teacher.
And she knew it was him. And now go and try to take his hand. And here's what Jesus says.
Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God.
All right, everybody. How should we respond now? What do you think? Do a big cheer. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So, Mary, now go to the disciples. Go have a look at the disciples. Mary Magdalene went to the disciples. And everybody, do this one. Run. She ran back to the disciples. And, great. Okay. And she told them all, she said, there's one more line for you. Big finish.
I have seen the Lord.
I have seen the Lord. And everyone? Big cheer, guys. Excellent. I have seen the Lord. And she told them all the things that he had said to her. You can all sit down now. Now, Jesus' friends didn't have to be sad anymore. Now they knew that Jesus was alive forever. Everybody say it with me. Jesus is alive. Everybody cheer. Excellent. So we celebrate that Jesus came back to life not just because it showed God's power over death. Guys, here, Ewan, you want to come stand over here with me? You want to come stand over here? We celebrate. Can you show me celebrating? No? Everybody show me a cheer again like you're celebrating. Cheer. So Jesus had power. It showed God's power over death, but also Jesus' death had a purpose. He took the punishment for the wrong things that we have done. How should we respond to that? Excellent. And because of what Jesus did, we can be the children of God forever. His love and friendship never ends. They extend past this life and into a life in heaven forever. And that is something to celebrate. Biggest one yet? Excellent. All right, everybody. Thank you for helping me. You can all stand up. You can leave your things, your scarves here, and you can go sit down. Well done. And I have one more sign.